In the world, 3.3 million deaths every year happen due to alcohol. That's 5.9 of all deaths. I decided to do an experiment, and this experiment would take longer than a week, and it would take a lot of my energy. And I decided to not drink any alcohol for 3 months. Yeah, 3 months. As many of you know, I come from Czech Republic, which is a pretty alcoholic part of the world. As you can see according to this graph, we're in the perfect cross-section of beer, wine, and vodka, meaning we're drunk majority of the time. No, most of our adult men have giant beer bellies with really skinny legs. Very good aesthetic. And women generally change to wine rather than beer because a single beer has 10 cubes of sugar in it. Also, did you know that a lot of alcohol is actually not vegan? This is because wine and beer are made sometimes with eggshells or even gelatin, which is kind of nasty. But if you don't know whether the alcohol you're drinking is vegan or not, just check out barnivore.com, which has thousands and thousands of listed alcohols telling you if they're vegan friendly or not. Also, fun fact, in the 17th century they used to include whole chickens in beer, and it was actually called cock ale. That's a thing? Yeah, it's insane. Beer also has estrogen in it, meaning that guys who drink it do develop some sort of breasts. Alcohol has a whole bunch of negative connotations with it. It's a downer, therefore suicides are more likely, violence is more likely. In Australia, the greatest threat to me aren't sharks, aren't spiders, it's drunk men. Slightly depressing, huh? So let's talk about these 3 months. How did I handle 3 months of not drinking alcohol? Yeah, this isn't alcohol. When I was at home, I used to have a glass of wine in the evenings. However, due to this challenge, I decided to stop buying wine and beer. I didn't miss it when I was at home. I felt better, I had more energy, I wasn't actually hungover, even though red wine is known to increase your blood flow in your brain due to the polyphenols found in it. Red grapes are also really high in antioxidants, so 1 glass of red wine per day is proved to be beneficial to your health. More than that though, gets seriously bad. If you're curious more about the exact statistics of alcohol, I've included a link down below where I write up all of the details. When I got into social situations, that's where it became really hard. I struggled with not drinking on people's birthdays, on events out in town. It is a really big social pressure to get a bit drunk, to get a bit wasted. I liked when I decided to be the designated driver and I drove somewhere, because that forced me that I couldn't drink, because I'm a very strong believer that when you drive, you just don't drink. So that was the one way I kind of forced myself to stick to it. And the results were really good. I mean, I've lost a lot of weight, but I do think that's because of the plant-based diet rather than not drinking alcohol. But I'm certain there can be a correlation, as alcohol is extremely high in calories. Unless, of course, you're drinking vodka all the time. So, my top tips, if you do want to quit drinking, it's a fantastic boost to your health. Even if you don't feel an enormous change, you know that it's having an effect on your body and how your body works. Again, check that out below. 2, if you're in a social situation, make sure to bring some sort of special drink for yourself. One of my favorites became a ginger beer, which are non-alcoholic, delicious in Australia, and a really good kind of treat. And you can be standing there sipping along with all your friends without feeling awkward because you have nothing to drink. 3, find friends who are supportive of these kinds of things. If you are around people who, when you tell them, hey, I want to stop drinking for a little bit, and they go, oh, don't be such a pussy, yeah, you don't have good friends. These types of people just want to drag you down to their level. If you don't want to drink, that is benefiting your health, that is benefiting your mind. This is the red wine. Don't feel bad. If you don't want to drink alcohol in social situations, that is perfectly fine. So yeah, just keep doing what you do, and 3 months of not drinking was honestly One of the best things I've ever done, and I have since then significantly cut down my alcohol. It's now grape juice. Thank you so much for watching. If you're curious to do with anything, maybe I am drunk. If you're curious, any scuba diving, veganism, link below guys, link below.